Oh, I understand that your franchisees are predominantly, if not exclusively, veterans. What about your employees, your service providers and whatnot? Are they typically vets too, or how's that work?
Our policy is that we hire and award franchises to veterans and those who share similar values.
Mhm.
So it means for those who we hire, I get to pick, and that's our position. So all of our teammates, all of our employees are veterans except for 4. 2 of them are military spouses. One's a military spouse, active duty, he's stationed at CENTCOM. One's a former military spouse of a wounded warrior Marine, and then two of our technicians are civilians. But everybody else is a veteran, and intentionally so, because I'll talk about that in a second. All of our franchisees currently, all the 10, are veterans. I just signed tonight, Mike Long. I just signed it, the franchise agreement for our first non-veteran, and he's going to be great. They have a lot of veterans in their family, and he was a former insurance agent. He sold his agency off, and they were looking for a new business. So he understands the insurance industry. He understands kind of the value of this brand in an industry that's kind of, wrought with integrity challenges. So they're going to join us, and they just bought a territory in Orlando. But otherwise,
I got to interrupt you. What does that feel like? I mean, here you guys are, right? You're out there in the world, right? You're surrounded by people, civilians, right? And you're doing a job, but y'all have that shared that shared kind of background. I mean, do you look out at the world a little bit differently when you're sitting there doing a job like that?
You do, but now you have to be careful about this too, right? Because we don't. Yeah. And I had a great boss on my 4th tour in Iraq, trying to understand the aspects of culture and everything. We did a lot of reading in culture, and one of the things I understood is if we have a culture as veterans, right? And the tendency is for us veterans to say that we're better than everybody else, or think that we're better than everybody else. We have to be careful, because the statistics are 7% of the population, of U.S. population, are veterans, and that's declining. If you listen to anybody, they'll tell you it's less than 1%. Less than 1% are actively serving U.S. military. But people will twist that statistic, then they'll make us sound like we're the elite, we're the chosen ones. And we ought not to do that, because if we do that, we'll only further isolate, right? So we're very careful about that. But let there be no doubt that, when the doors are closed and everybody's there, it's inter-service rivalry. We're telling, service academy jokes. We have a mascot in VetCor. It's a freaking billy goat. It's a goat. And we have our Christmas party on the day that Army beats the hell out of Navy, because what better time to have a holiday party than on the day of Army Navy, right? Lord. So those kinds of things are amazing. I tell people I cheated in my transition, because I created my team. My chief operating officer was an E6 in the company that I was a first lieutenant executive officer of. My director of franchise operations was my top platoon leader when I was a battalion commander. And you all get this, right? You're all like, man, that's freaking powerful.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Power team, right? And it's fun. It's just fun.